an important parameter that is called as a density. Density, how we can calculate it? Mass by volume, that will define is kg per meter cube, unit of density. Useful for in food industry or any types of industry, because when we are going for some sort of pneumatic or hydraulic transportation for powder or particles, then density comes to play a big role here. So without knowing density, it is not possible for transportation in this condition. And secondary thing, for determine the power required for pumping. Pumping means we also know that, like in any industry, in any food industry related, beverages industry, bakery industry, pump are very essential, most heart of this industry, you can also call this food industry. So without pump it is not possible to apply this material or fluid material from one place to another place. So pump is everywhere used. So power requirement is calculated using this density value. If a material, because how power requirement is very essential, because if any material having higher density, then power requirement will be changed, and then capacity, for that capacity of this pump also got affected. So if a material having less denser, so it will maybe pump higher capacity, lesser power requirement is required. So that's why to calculation of power requirement, density is very important phenomena. Third point, what is written here? So solid or liquid case, it is very incompressible, means assume this is solid material. If we are applying some sort of temperature or changes of this entire volume or shape, it's not possible. But in case of gaseous material, if we are applying pressure, then the density of this gas value will be changed, or gaseous material will be changed in some sort of higher exponential way. So in case of liquid or solid fuel, it will not get affected that much as they affected in gaseous material. So in gaseous law, so they follow this ideal gas law. Ideal gas law means PV is equal to RT. Gas, if we are kept in a container, P1 V1 is equal to directly proportional to this temperature. If temperature will got changed, this value also got changed. But in case of solid or liquid material, this type of phenomena is not shown. So density of this air, how can we calculate it? Means mass by volume. So mass, we know this, you know this mass of this air? Mass of this air means mass of this air 29 kg per kg mole. So remember this, mass of air is 29 kg per kg mole. Volume, it should be 22.4 meter cube per kg mole. So remember this unit, if we change this unit, this value also got changes. So remember 29, also this unit also. So what are the instruments that are mainly used for calculation of density measurement? First one is for liquid material, we can simply calculate it, use the help of pycnometer, or you can know also known as the specific gravity bottle. Wide mountain bottles for viscous material, for tomato paste, butter or honey, and lactometer for milk, oleometer for oil, this hydrometer for denser than water. So it is not that much important. So remember this value, wide mountain for this value also useful. Lactometer is many time asked, what are the main instruments that are mainly used for determination of density of oil or density of milk? So lactometer and oleometer, remember that is very important. So saccharometer, maybe in BTech level or higher in may not be asked, but in comparative exam they might be asked what is the instrument used to determine the sucrose percentage. That will be saccharometers, and you for alcohol meter, salometer for determination of salt solution. So that's it for instruments. So then come to the different types of density. First, true density. Second thing, solid density. True density means density of pure substance, pure. Also you can, for remember, you can known as the true or pure substance. Why it is required? For separation equipment, determination of separation equipment when we want to designing or want to find this efficiency of this instrument. So here then true density is important. True means pure material density. Solid density means simple density of solid material. It should include water, but it should not include any type of pores that are filled here. Any term related to this pore space, we prefer this gas displacement method. Okay. First thing is true density, density of pure substance. Second thing is solid density, density of solid material. Include under solid density including water, but it should not excluding internal pores. It should not contain any types of pore. So then come to another density, that is the material density. Means density of material. Means this measured when the material has been broken into small pieces. So this is the important or difference between other type of density. When it is very small enough, make sure there should not be any type of pores remaining. Means one thing you remember, this material density means density of material. So one condition when we broke into small pieces, to make sure there should not be present any type of pore space in that. That is the main consideration in material density. Then another thing is the particle density, density of particle. So a condition is simple, it should not be structurally modified. If we modify the structure, then this particle density value is also going to change. So condition is that it should not be structurally modified. What is the difference between material density and particle density? In material density, we broke it in a small part and make sure it should not be contain any types of pore space. And particle density, it should not structurally modified. In particle density, it include volume of all closed space, but condition is also difference. It should not externally connected one. So means external, what are the pore space present in this inside of this material, it should be present. But here should not any types of external pores should not present in this when you want to calculating or measuring this particle density. Simply how can we calculate it? Weight by volume. So here we can use this gas pycnometer to calculating this. So coming to the next type of density, that is apparent density. Apparent density means density, it may be defined as the density of a substance that may be include different types of pores within the material. So it must be internal pores. So in types of apparent density also, like in similar way as I told earlier, like we are avoiding external pores, we only taken into consideration only internal pores. So when we talk about any pore space, we have taken into consideration. So there we taken this liquid displacement techniques or types of solid displacement technique. We prefer this liquid displacement technique because last thing is the bulk density. Bulk density, you all know this, density of a material when packed or stacked mean bulk condition, where if we are stacking or packing some sort of material, then there is whichever the density value is represent, that is known as the bulk density. So basically we are mainly focusing on bulk density value, because this bulk density value gives us the capacity of the storage and transportation during transportation. So it is not sometime all time possible to determine this material density, true density, some sort of apparent density. We always prefer some sort of bulk density for analyzing or taken into consideration. So bulk density is important factor in any types of material, for especially in food material. Similarly, bulk porosity we taken into consideration, means what are the, when we are packing or some sort of stacking in a bulk condition, what is the porosity value or density value, some type of volume value, some sort of this value indicates that we are taken into consideration. Simply bulk density we can easily calculate it, because if we want pour any material in a container like cereals, pulses, legumes, fruits or vegetables, what are the area occupied, that is directly gives us the volume value, and we can simply take this weight of this entire material, that will simply gives us the bulk density value. So then the next important parameter is specific gravity. In specific gravity, it is basically, first of all, it is unitless. It is a ratio between density of a substance and density of a reference substance. Means we are comparing with respect to water. What are the how much amount of density is higher or lower, that gives us the specific gravity value. Means if any material is higher denser than water, so that will be gives us higher specific gravity value. If it is less denser than water, so it will show less. So this value may be more than one possible, or less than one is also possible. So specific gravity value less than one and more than one also possible. So specific gravity value less than one also possible, specific gravity value greater than one also possible. So and one thing we need to know, we calculated with respect some sort of reference sample. If we change the reference sample density value, then specific gravity value also got changes. And in specific gravity definition, there is clearly mentioned that in specific condition, means there will be a like temperature and pressure value at a when we are taken into consideration, this temperature and pressure value we always taken as a reference temperature and pressure value, so that if we take this specific gravity value at 25 degrees Celsius with respect to water, so we put this at same temperature like 25 degrees Celsius, this density value is taken into consideration as a standard. For here, if we change this temperature, maybe density value of this water or some sort of other liquid or material reference sample also change. So that's why is clearly mentioned that specific condition, specific gravity are measured at a specific condition with respect to temperature and pressure. So it is also known as the relative density, because it is the ratio of two types. Ratio of density means density of substance or density of some sort of reference sample or density of water. So in types of solid or liquid material, we taken into consideration at 4 degrees Celsius for when we taken water as a reference sample, means 4 degrees Celsius. In Fahrenheit, it will be written as 39.2 degree Fahrenheit. For gases, we standard condition is 0 degrees Celsius at a pressure of 1 atmospheric pressure, means 1 atom pressure at 0 degrees Celsius is taken as a standard. For that, for example, if you want to know the specific gravity of carbon dioxide, so carbon dioxide have a density value of 1.97 at a standard condition. So it have a specific gravity of 1.53 because this 1.29 is equal to specific gravity of dry air. So so it has no dimension because it is a ratio. So what is the importance of specific gravity? Specific gravity gives us the purity, identification of unknown substance. If we introduce some sort of other substance, for example gold, so if we add copper, then specific gravity of this gold will change. So this specific gravity value tells us if any types of impurity present in this material. So if material impurity is present, directly the specific gravity value will be changed. And similarly for powder like onion powder and some sort of other material, this specific gravity value will be changed. So we can easily determine, we can easily like quote if this specific gravity will not given will not match our this value. So we can easily identify this flour or this types of powder or any types of food material product contain another types of product. So these are the three instruments mainly used for determination of specific gravity. First one is the and you know this pycnometer and hydrometer. This is the balance meter that is mainly used for determination of specific gravity. So what are the relationship with density? So specific gravity, as I mentioned earlier, like it is the ratio of solid material and with respect to water, if I these things are written here, means density of solid material is multiplied with specific gravity into density of water at standard temperature. If this temperature of this value will be is changed, then specific gravity value will be changed. So we remember this value, T value we taken into consideration, T value. So this density means if specific gravity of any material is given to 1.3, suppose means at 25 degrees Celsius specific gravity value is given in 1.3 for any food material. So for numerical solution you have to need this density value. So simply multiply with 1000, simply this gives a 13, this gives us density value. If similarly if specific gravity is given as 0.7, so this density value will be 700 kg per meter cube. If this data will be did not given to any exam, so if we always taken as a water as a reference sample and take multiply is the specific gravity with 1000, that will give us the density of this material.